besties, welcome back to my channel. My name remains Teniola and welcome to Everything Woman with Teniola. As promised, I said I'll be doing a series on my 30s because I just clocked 30 in the past. I clocked 30 a few days ago, and in today's video, just as the title reads, I am going to be talking about lessons that I've learned in my 20s. If that is something you're interested in, definitely keep on watching. But don't forget to also like, share, and subscribe. And sit down and let's see. The number one thing on my list is always put yourself first. Coming from a girl that has no base, coming from a girl that wasn't handed anything about life, coming from a girl that had to figure out everything on my own. Maybe sometimes when I have healed more than I've healed right now, I'm going to be sharing my life experience and more deeper things about me. But for now, let's keep it on the surface. But coming from a girl that wasn't handed anything, I had to figure out everything on my own. I will tell you that you should always put yourself first, because let me give you an example. If you have 100 naira, dollars, whatever currency, if you have 100 and that 100 is the only thing you have in life, and because you think that you owe people stuff, you keep handing it out. You give this one 10, you give this one 20, you give this one 30. At the end of the day, you have little to none for yourself. The ones you have handed to people would not do anything for them anyway. So the 100 would have done something for you, but because you like to share, you're an empath, you like to give out, you like to put other people's needs above yours, you're handing out peanuts when you can't even do anything for them and nothing is left for you. It's like a waste. I had to grow out of my 20s, like 27, 28, before I realized that putting yourself first is very important. I have come across life issues. People talk about how they have neglected their needs and their self just to help family members or just to do stuff for people, and at the end of the day, these people did not even appreciate them, or because it wasn't even enough for them, so they don't see it as anything. And one thing I have also realized is that when you give people and you are not even a person that likes to lament, there are certain people that when they hand you something, when they give you something, they will talk about it until your hair starts to pain you. But if you are not that person, if you are a person that likes to give without lamenting or complaining out of the goodness of your heart, even when you don't have, people will think you have a lot. They will never believe you are doing it out of sacrifice. They will think, oh, she has a lot of money, he has a lot of money, that's why he can give me this. No, a lot of people are doing it out of sacrifice, and people don't know that, they don't realize that. So you don't get appreciated or celebrated enough. So because of that, please look after yourself and always put yourself first. The second thing on my list is losing people is part of life. There is something called life cycle. When you bring in stuff, when they are done doing their job, you take them out, because if you don't, they become waste, they become refuse, they just become like dirt. And it's like buying new stuff all the time and you're holding the carton, you're holding the plastic bag they came in. It will become dirt and they will not look good. They will litter everywhere and mess up the whole place. So when people are done with their business, either positive or negative, they will leave. There are people that will remain in your life regardless, but certain people will leave, and it is okay. It is part of life. You need to understand that, yes, it might hurt you, yes, it might feel like, oh, you love them so much, you don't want them to leave, but once they are done, they will leave. And like I said, either they are in your life for positive reasons or negative reasons, one day they will pack their bags and leave. And it doesn't have to be messy, it doesn't have to be, you just believe that losing people, either to them just leaving your life or to death or something, it is part of life. It is part of life cycle. So just have that at the back of your mind and just take it as a pinch of salt. Stop getting sad. Coming from a girl that had to figure out everything on her own, you guys guys don't even know, or maybe some of you knew, like it's a huge struggle to not be handed anything in life. You have to start from scratch. You have to figure it out on your own. I had to dabble here and there, and I see my mates doing better. I see my mates going to uni, and I do not even know where I'm going to start from, how I'm going to save up for that. And when it's going to be my turn, you see your mates doing great stuff, and you're wondering when is it going to be your turn, is it going to be my turn. Especially when people see you talk or see you share things about your life experiences, and they believe that you should be past this level, you are not where you're supposed to be, things like that. I heard that a lot, and it wasn't a flex because I know that I have a lot of potentials, but I am so clueless on how to go about my life, how to start making all this big money, how to be who I have always wanted to be, because I wasn't handed anything. There was no base, there was nothing to build on. I was just dropped, and I was wondering about, and I was like, what am I gonna do? And even with that, I have like younger ones that are looking up to me, and I just put the whole stress on my head, and I was always sad. I was always thinking. I was always, please don't do that. Don't be that, because everything will fall into place eventually. You will figure it out eventually. So please don't beat yourself too much. Don't beat yourself too hard. It is not your fault. It is never your fault. It is what it is. There are different social class in life, and you just happen to belong where you belong. Stop getting offended. I realized this in my 30s. Like when I was reflecting on my 20s and I was thinking about it, and I am not even a lot of people person. I keep my circle very small, so I really don't get offended. But even the little times I have gotten offended and gotten annoyed, I knew how that impacted me. I knew how negative that affected me, and I don't know how I don't know how other people feel hurt or betrayal or pain when they are sad. But for me, I'll be losing sleep. I won't be able to eat. I will not be able to think straight because I am offended. I am angry. I am annoyed. I can't talk about it enough. I'm angry with somebody. It's a lot. Especially coming from an overthinker, it's a whole lot, because I'm thinking, why did they go this route? Why did they do this? Why did they do that? Why did they have to say this to me? Blah, blah, blah. It's a lot. But right now, I just want to be easy. I want to be, I don't want to complain. If you like, do whatever you want. I'm just going to be chilling. I'm just going to chill. I don't care. I really do not care. I'm going to care less. Listen to myself. I come first. Like I said, always put yourself first. I'll just be chilling. Because at the end of the day, getting angry has nothing to do with the person. When you're angry at someone, it doesn't affect them. It affects you. It has everything to do about you. And I read somewhere that one of the causes of cancer is suppressed anger, and I don't want to be angry. I don't want to be offended. So let that go. This point deserves a video on its own because it is very dear to my heart. You are not responsible for your parents' failure. Yeah, somebody needs to hear that. You are not responsible for your parents' failure. And let me bring it back. Let me talk from the angle of like a girl that has no base, like I said. I don't want to say that they did not have plans. Maybe it got ruined along the way. But at the end of the day, it wasn't my fault that I'm here. And I believe that every parent needs to look after their child. In all angles. In every angle. And I can't say that for myself. Because, like I said, I had to figure out a lot of things on my own. And I was always feeling like I owe them all of these things. But looking back at it, I never owe anybody anything because I was dropped with nothing. Where do they expect me to get all of these things they're expecting from me when I have no base? It is not like I have a company to take over, or oh, take over the company and then look after your savings. None of that. How am I supposed to look after anybody? Because I am not even looked after. A lot of us carry so much weight on our head and we expect so much from ourselves, and the world expects so much from us, especially when you are like the firstborn and you're a girl. We are like assistant parents. Well, you are not. You are not an assistant parent. Because when we do things for people, they will receive it, okay? But they might not really know where that thing is coming from. They don't know what you have to go through to provide that stuff. They don't know, because you cannot be sharing everything, right? And it is crazy when they feel like, or when sometimes maybe sometimes you don't meet up to the standard of what they are expecting, and they're like crucifying you for that. Like, it is not my job, it is not my responsibility. If it was easy, why are you relinquishing it to me? Like, I'm just a child like the others. This is a very, like, I really don't even know how to touch upon this, but you understand what I mean. You are not responsible for your parents' failure. Don't be the assistant parent. You're also a child. You are a child. So if they did not hand you anything, the best thing you can do for them is to look after yourself. Not for them to now say, oh, you have to take over, even when you're also figuring it out. Okay, no, that's very wrong. Okay, as a woman, as a girl, do not fall prey of deceivers. And what I mean by this is that do not sleep with men for money, because they will never give you what is enough for you to stop, because they want to always have access to you. Some of them will even tell you all of these things. They will share all of these things with you, all the lies. They will also tell you they've done stuff for women, for other girls, but they are just telling you anything that is not on your palm is not yours. It is not worth it. It is not. Build yourself, build your career, look after yourself, make your own money, live within your means, and that's the best. Stop overthinking. There was a period in my life where I used to get strong headache. Why am I getting all these frequent headache? It was due to me overthinking a lot of things. Small thing like this will happen. I'm already thinking far wide, because I don't even know how, but I overthink a lot, and it does no good to you. You will overthink a situation, you will escalate it in your mind, you will, even when their intention is not even to hurt you or something, or maybe it is, but please stop overthinking. You need to be intentional with not overthinking things. We have a lot of overthinkers out there. I am one myself, but I am putting in a lot of effort to stop overthinking things. When things just happen, I let them go. I don't hurt them or think about it too much. I just believe it is part of life. Everything that is happening is part of life. You just need to be comfortable with the fact that life is life. Life will be life. You need to start living in your reality and stop expecting too much from things or people or even yourself, because a lot of times you will disappoint yourself. A whole lot of times you will think, oh, this I can never do, but you find yourself doing it in a few years. Yeah, it's part of life. We are humans, we are not perfect, and neither are you. I want you to know that no condition is permanent. Your situation right now will not be your permanent spot. You will change, you will evolve, things will get better. No matter how tough it sounds, no matter how tough the situation is, I know it might look like the end of the world, but trust me, it is not the end of the world. Coming from a girl that never used to have a comfortable place to sleep in, and I am here right now, I am telling you that no condition is permanent. Not even the spot that you sleep in is permanent. Things will change. You will grow. You will evolve. It will get easy. You might not know how, but when it's time, things will definitely fall into place. Sometimes spending money is inevitable. I have tried. Sometimes I'll keep this money and say, oh, I'm not touching it. I remember there was a time that I wanted to eat cake. I was craving cake, and there was no place around me where I could get like a slice of cake, cupcake, something. If you're buying cake, you need to buy the full cake, okay? And as at the time, a full cake cost like 12,000, and I was like, oh my god, I'm craving cake so much. And I said, this 12,000, I'm not going to spend it. I'll just keep it and let the craving leave. But guess what? Before evening of that same day, somebody asked me for money and I couldn't say no. And I had to do what? I had to send the money. If I had gotten my cake, at least I would tell the person I genuinely don't have money because I don't have. But I don't know how to say no, especially when I have that, when I have it. So spending money is inevitable. That's just an example. A lot of things would happen that some money, you just have to spend them. You just have to spend them. Not to say you should not have savings. That's not what I'm saying. Have your savings, but sometimes spend the money, okay? And the last one on my list is you will figure it out. Like I said, I never knew what I was doing. I was just living life. I was just testing waters. I was just trying everything. I was just working hard, stressing myself, thinking about things, overstressing my mind, clueless, with nothing, with no base, with no inheritance, with no support, with nothing. And like I said, no condition is permanent, and it will get better. You will definitely figure it out. You will definitely find your niche. You will definitely find your path. It will definitely get solved. Calm down and don't stress. Okay? So that is all I'll be touching on in this video. I'm going to do a part 2 and a part 3 because it's supposed to be 30 things I've learned, but I don't want this video to be too bulky. So come back for part 2 and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!